Welcome to the Bradman Lake Group stand here at PPMA Show 2023 on PPMA TV, sponsored by Markham Image. I'm here with Dan from Bradman Lake. Dan, thank you very much for joining us again. Tell us a bit about what you brought to this year's show.
Yeah, this year we're showing a flow wrapping line with a random feed to bring the product into the flow wrapper itself. It's quite unique, using a Rockwell eye-track, which we integrate into our equipment. And also this flow wrapper machine, I can just point you to here, it's got a new box motion end crimp, which is newly developed, which is backwards compatible, and all our flow wrappers exist in the market. And this is designed for long dwell, high seal, high integrity, modified atmosphere sealing technology.
What kind of product would we typically see flow through a line like this?
A lot through here. Anything where you, from bakery, where you want to, obviously, gas flush products, can be pharmaceuticals. We're using very thick films, or films which are recyclable, so mono web films, paper, that sort of stuff. So really we've developed this because people are looking for recyclable films, something more ecological, and so we've put a development in which we're normally running things like a plastic or foil-based films, and really those things are going to be moving away in the coming years. So yeah, we're really focusing on paper materials and mono webs.
It's a substantial piece of equipment, Tom. I don't know if you want to take a step back and just share with our viewers today the scale of this. And, well, actually, we can see this in action now as well, can't we? So Bob is waiting at the end there. Bob, is there a big red or green button that you can press so we can start to see some of this?
Yeah, so the product's coming out at random. It's blocks, and we're going to collate them in pairs. So rather than try and move the blocks to the flow wrapper, we're moving the fingers down in between the blocks, collate the pair, move them forwards, and then into the flow wrapper. So it's for products which are really hard to handle. I mean, we're simulating burgers here, but or it could be any sort of items which are things difficult to draw a vacuum on and to move into position. This is the end crimp. You can see it's modulating backwards and forwards. It's got two servos, one for the backwards and forwards motion and also a servo for the up and down, and allows us to get a really high pressure on the seal, which we can then monitor through the servos to know how much pressure we are putting onto it. And that's designed for really hermetic seals.
That's a really tidy action there. And, well, Bob's everywhere because he's now down this end of the line, just making sure that we're not going to fill up the burgers.
People are running out, yeah.
And in terms of, it's just starting to slow down now, which is great. In terms of throughputs on here, how are you measuring that? What kind of capacity do you have?
Because if you're using rotary joules, we do over 1,000 a minute. Yeah, confectionery products, high speed. This is developed for sort of about 180 a minute. So it's more about the long dwell and sealing rather than it's about the high speed. But we have other sealing technologies for relatively high integrity seals at faster speeds of say 400 a minute. The in-feed system there is developed for 600 products a minute. So 600 products a minute individually can go through the flat flow wrapping line. And, but we have a huge range of different feeding systems, robotic systems that we can put on. But Bradman Lake doesn't just make flow wrapping machines. We have a full range of cartoning machinery. So this is our primary wrapping, secondary packaging, which is cartoning, and then we have tertiary, which is case packing, shrink wrapping, end of line, palletizing equipment. So complete lines we put together. So if you're looking at things like confectionery products, they may have 5 or 6 of these flow wrappers connected on a complete system, all with cartoning and case packing and palletizing.
I'm just doing a quick bit of maths here. You talk about the scope of work that you do at Bradman Lake, and looking on the wall there, I can see primary, secondary, tertiary, primary wrapping products since 1948. Quick bit of maths. Yeah. Have I got this wrong? That's 75 years this year, is that right?
There is a little logo over there saying 75 years. So
a little logo?
Right. Yeah, but it was our 75th year, which we're really proud about. So flow wrapping was really developed up in Norwich at the Auto Wrappers factory, which was our original site, all now part of Bradman Lake under the Bradman Lake banner.
Terrific to hear, and it's always great to have you here at PPMA Show. Tell me, what have you made of this year's show? What have you made of the kind of conversations and the direction in which the industry is moving in what are admittedly challenging times for a number of reasons?
Yeah, obviously there's a lot of pressure on business at the moment, whether it comes to personnel or cost of running a factory, which has been extremely expensive over the years. So people are looking to reduce labour, putting different types of machinery. We've seen less investment, I think, on new products, new developments, more around sustainability of the factories and automating some of the manual processes, case packing and that, so they can then move that staff onto other areas of their factory and keeping themselves profitable. So that's been a sort of big drive that we've seen. We found the exhibition good. There's good footfall here. We've had a good place. We generally are in this stand position, which we like. So we're in a nice part of the hallway. We get a good flow of traffic. And and we'll be here for many years to come. It is a difficult year from perspective of it's an Interpack year, which is a massive exhibition. Also, we have packaging shows in October and November. So it's difficult for us to do all the shows, but being a UK company, being at the PPMA is really important to us. So we always invest in our stand and make sure we've got a good piece of equipment on that people can come and have a look at, because that's really important. And again, coming to see equipment is what people come here for and to see. So we're really proud to have a line on a stand.
Come see the equipment, but also come to connect with the people, and it's been good to chat just now. Dan, thank you very much indeed. Chat to you again, well, who knows, maybe next year.
Yeah, certainly.
Cheers.